Slenderman, the most infamous internet monster of all time, and the father of modern creepypasta. The first recorded image of the cryptid depicts a group of children and teenagers hanging out, with an ominous Slenderman-shaped Slenderman in the background. This makes a lot of sense, as Slenderman famously abducts children, but this act might not be as innocent as once thought. Accusations from other monsters in the world of horror suggest that Slenderman may have been tied to an underground trafficking ring run by a secret cryptid elite. Mainly, that he was listed amongst names in ancient court documents from 2018. These documents being the unholy and all-powerful tome known as the Epstein list.
When I heard Slenderman was taking those kids, I thought it was just to brutalize, maim, murder, and brainwash them into committing atrocities. It wasn't until years later that I suspected what he was really up to.
Slenderman supporters are quick to point out that the association between him and Epstein is not solid evidence of any wrongdoing, and some even claim that this photo has been doctored using AI. However, that doesn't explain why Slenderman famously blocked Senate from releasing the list by stopping the collection of all 8 pages. One of these pages was recovered by the SCP Supreme Court. In it was a birthday card for one Jeff. The card discussed the two's, quote, shared secrets, and was in the shape of a chalk outline of the dead body of a woman. Slenderman supporters also discount this by saying that it was for Jeff the killer. This may seem like a good defense, but in actuality, it became evidence against Slenderman, as at the time, Jeff was underage. The prosecution against Slenderman was quick to point out his long-standing friendship with Epstein, citing how they were often seen and photographed together. They also alleged that Slenderman was included amongst the names in Jeffrey's contact book and the flight logs for the private plane. Slenderman claimed that once he knew of Jeffrey's wrongdoings, he was disgusted, and that these flights were just from the edges of the forests in New York to the liminal space, Palm Beach, and not to the island. After Slenderman began to downplay his association and friendship with Mr. Epstein, multiple photos depicting him alongside Jeffrey and Ghislaine Maxwell were posted across social media platforms. When faced with the pictures, Slenderman's official statement was that the photos were taken before he knew of Jeffrey's darker side, and that they were posted out of context. To understand Slenderman's possible role in this case, we have to go back to the beginning. Slenderman first appeared in public knowledge in 2009, having an image posted of him to the Something Awful forums by one Eric Newson. Overnight, Slenderman was everywhere, but many claim this quote-unquote new monster was actually around for some time. Online message boards were quick to point out that Slenderman, either in behavior or appearance, bore striking resemblance to other cryptids of the past that were previously embroiled in different scandals before mysteriously disappearing. Slenderman backers say that it would be impossible for him to change his identity so frequently and quickly, citing how it was impossible for Siren Head to run from what he did during the years between 1939 and 1945. The prosecution was quick to bring up Slenderman's association with the Maxwell Hornets media group, and how his connection to the massively successful corporation made it far too easy to buy or intimidate his opponents into silence.
People think Slenderman's end goal was sex and having no face and killing people. But what it truly was about was silence and power and having no face and killing people.
Even those who most fiercely support Slenderman are beginning to ask, if he had nothing to hide, if the evidence really would absolve him, why won't he release the 8 pages?